and there's a top deck boss. So yo, what is going on, you undercooked unpheasant? Today we're taking a look at Centiskorch, and it's a little bit different of a build than what you guys are probably used to seeing. Now, if you know me and you hang out on my live stream at all, twitch.tv/AzulGG, I stream almost every single day. Check it out. You know, I don't like Centiskorch. I hate on Centiskorch the whole time, all the time. Of course, I don't deny its popularity and its results, so I still give it some respect. If you watch my power ranking videos over on a channel Pokemon, you know it's still in my top 5 and has been, just because I mean, results don't lie. If it's still showing the results, I still have to give it some respect, and it's not a terrible deck. The reason I don't like it, because it feels like kind of the worst of the top decks, you know, the Pikarom, Eternatus, ADP, and then there's kind of Centiskorch after that, but it feels so much worse than all those. But I gave it another shot recently in a tournament with this build, this list right here. I managed to get top 8 and lost some super close games to an ADP-zation that really could have gone either way. And I wouldn't say I'm a big Centiskorch fan all of a sudden, but I'm a little bit more understanding of its power, and I give it a little bit more respect than I was. And this build specifically, I've been digging a lot. It's a super straightforward, but this almost feels like where builds started off for Centiskorch. This is what people initially were playing with Centiskorch, and then it kind of went away from this and more towards the scoop up net builds and also like the greens builds. But this was feeling good, straightforward, consistent. Talk about a couple of the counts here. We got the 4/4 Centiskorch, of course, one Heatran, one Cramorant as backup attackers, the 3 Baby Bulk. So the reason I only play 3 Baby Bulk, because in tournaments your opponent sees your deck list, so if they win the coin flip, they will choose for me to go first, whereas I would like to go second to Flare Starter. So there's less value in the Volcanions than in like a blind tournament, like the Players Cup 2 qualifiers, or just playing on the ladder or whatever. So if you want to put a 4th one in, go for it. I would still gonna be rocking 3 for today's video, and in future tournaments I would be as well, because once again, open deck list. 2 Crobat, 2 Dedenne, 2 Eldegoss for the draw support or Pokemon support squad. Had a 3rd boss in here initially. Took a look at someone else's list. They were doing the 2 Goss, so went with the 2 Goss. And then Great Balls over comms. Once again, if you know me, if you hang out in my stream ever, twitch.tv/AzulGG, you know I hate Pokemon communication. It feels like a very low value card. Not a fan. I hate it. I hate playing Pokecom. It feels terrible. I always have scenarios where it just like doesn't do anything at all. So yeah, hate Pokecom. Tried the Great Balls for the tournament. They were running pretty well, so we kept the Great Balls. Yeah, they worked out pretty well. Felt way better than comms. 4 Pokégear, straightforward Pokégear build, trying to find those welders. 4 Quick Ball, 2 Reset Stamp, so our opponent just can't have access to everything they want throughout the game. And then we got 4 Switch, move our dudes around, and then 3 Giant Hearth, and then 14 Fire. No Fire Crystal, no Air Balloon for more Switch cards, no Fire Crystals get more Fire Energy. I think 14 Fire Energy is like all you need. That's enough. That's enough to win games. So you just got 14 of those. You don't need the extra from Fire Crystal. You don't need a 15th. You don't need a 16th. 14 is consistently enough to win games. And that's it. This is the list. Let's play some Centiskorch. All right, into our first one here. Our opponent did choose to go first, which is good for us because then we're going second. But we did open Dedenne. We have a lot of welders to work with, which is good. They did open a Rotom, so it looks like they're playing some kind of psychic deck. If I had to guess, it'd be like a psychic Mewtwo, but I guess it could be something else that I have no idea what it is, to be honest. So we'll wait and see what they got going on here. There's a quick ball. Maybe get some more info right here. Let's see. All right, it is a psychic Mewtwo, but usually I've always liked going second with this deck and just trying to get off a turn 1 Rotom attack. Them opting to go first, a little bit interesting. We'll see how it goes for them. There's a Dedenne. So our hand is a little bit awkward here. Yeah. If we could top deck something like a Centiskorch, that'd be great. We can always just weld it to our Dedenne 1 and then hope to draw into a baby Volcanion and a Centiskorch, and then use the Flare Starter turn 1 here. So we still have that going for us. We can still do that and get off the turn 1 Flare Starter, get a decent amount of energy in play, but we'll see. Reset Stamp. All right, Welder 1. See what we get. 1, 2, 3. Absolutely nothing. Okay. We do have 3 item cards in our hand, and they could go Poltergeist, so they'd only be doing 150 though. So I think we can hold out on this hand here. I don't want to get aggressive and like discard energy with Hearth or something, or the Viridian Force if we top deck a Dedenne. Or if we get a quick ball, our only out really is Dedenne. Or if we get a great ball and it only hits Dedenne, then we have to Dedenne change. I don't want to lose all of my energy. So using Viridian Force here to thin out the deck is not correct for sure. Looks like they're settling, going with Rotom, though. With the attack of Rotom for the turn. Not even going to look at the potential for Poltergeist. Maybe they don't play it, or maybe their hand is just dead and they just have to. Oh, here we go. Here's a quick ball. So they'd have other options. They could go House into Poltergeist, but then we do have access to Viridian Forest still, and we could discard one of these trainer cards. They discarded their second Mewtwo there. That's interesting. Maybe they played 3. Whenever I play this deck, I've only played 2, so I'm just kind of like going off of my experience with the deck. They're going into a Trevnor instead, which is curious as well. Instead of going double Mewtwo, Mewtwo have way more options than Trevnors do. Maybe they think I can't even think of what I could think of that I would think that they would think that I'm playing. But yeah, opting for the Trevnor. Said the Big Charm comes down, which is really annoying because we can hit up to that 280 number. Wait, do we hit up to 280? Yeah, we hit to 280 and then we hit to 320. So the Big Charm is relevant. We need +1 energy to take this knockout. However, in this scenario, it's not on the Mewtwo. And the one attack we could be afraid of here is the Incineroar GX attack. Hang on, let me see what my topic is. Okay, we got a Quick Ball. Kind of want to give up the Reset Stamp, but then I kind of don't because Reset Stamp's kind of good. I don't want to get rid of this because that could find me a Welder for the next turn. So I think I have to give up a Fire Energy here. I don't like giving up a Fire Energy here. It feels not good to give up a Fire Energy here. But I think I have to. I think I have to here. Welder. Attach. And pass. Yeah, here comes... excuse me. Here comes that Night Watch. Gonna lose 2 cards out of our hand. Most likely is what's gonna happen here. We'll see. Yeah, there's that Incineroar. I was just talking about him. The Darkest Tornado GX. If we don't take a 1-hit KO... Ooh, we do have 5 trainer cards in our hand. Hopefully our opponent doesn't just decide to boss knock out my Centiskorch. Switch. They put a 4th energy here. It's a Marnie. Okay, thank goodness. Yeah, I was scared of so many things. But then they committed a 4th energy to the Mewtwo and Marnie. So I'm feeling way better about everything. Maybe I shouldn't because his hand still isn't that great. I don't even know where we go from here at this point. We're a Welder plus a Heatran away. So if we top deck Welder, we can Welder. If we get Heatran, then we can switch into... So if they get rid of like Hearth and Centiskorch, and then we... Oh, it's still rough. It's still rough. Here comes the Night Watch. Hopefully a Giant Hearth sticks around. Okay, Switch and Giant Hearth are gone. That's fine. We can work with this, I think. There's a Crobat. Now we can definitely work with this. All right, Centiskorch, Giant Hearth, Crobat for 6 is on the way. We did... Unfortunately, our deck did not shuffle, but we could just grab an Eldegoss here. We need an Eldegoss, and a VMAX. But this needs to hit the VMAX. So, and then we'd have 6 here, 7. That's enough to take the knockout. So I think I'm going to Quick Ball away a Fire. I'm going to grab the Eldegoss. Eldegoss, grab a Welder. I don't want to run out of energy once again, so we're just going to kind of chill on that. I guess I could... I did have the... I think with the Heatran play, that was like... It's like bad follow-up. Get rid of this. They're not 2. All right, we have 2 Great Balls, 4 Centiskorch. This is where it's better than comms, right? Because we have double Great Ball. If they were double comms, we literally get nothing. There's the VMAX. All right. Feeling good right now. It was looking real bad off the start. I don't know if I need to switch or just hard retreat. I think I want a hard retreat here. And then go ahead and just knock out this Mewtwo. 280. Yeah, it was looking terrible off the start. We had a terrible setup. We had nothing going on. Our opponent didn't have the most aggressive start. Yeah, here we are. Looking like we're going to end up with a dub overall. Huge Centiskorch setup in our active. We're a boss away from taking out this Trevenant Dusknoir and just winning the game. I don't even know what do they even want here? What do they even need here? I mean, they need to go with the Energy Assist onto the Trevnor. And then... I don't know where it goes from there. Here comes a Cherish Ball. They got the Naganadel now, but this isn't a Mewtwo, so you can't even use the Naganadel. Once again, super weird that they discarded their second Mewtwo. Yeah, super weird that they ended up discarding the Mewtwo. All right, here's a Marnie. We don't have a boss in hand, though, so this is only going to get us closer to a boss's orders. So this is fine with me. This only ever potentially gets us closer to a boss's orders. There's a Bat, a Hearth, a Quick Ball. Not there quite yet. Oh, they can set up for the Pale Moon GX. That has to be what's coming here, is the Pale Moon GX. So I think what I want to do here maybe even is dig for the win, or we could just switch into a Heatran and just punch this for 130. That would also be fine. And there's a top deck boss. So you know what? I don't have to overthink it. I would have been close between those two options, though, because I could have just switched into Heatran, taken the knockout, then this no longer KOs Heatran, and I can punch with 30s, with 130s for a Heatran into an attachment for a GX. Oh, Heatran was prized, so we would have always dug for the win there. We would have checked the quick ball, been like, nope, it's not there. All right, Crobat for the boss, but sometimes you just top deck the boss. All right, going second in this one. Open the Centiskorch V. Looks like they're playing ADP-zation. I don't know if I've ever seen. Usually Fion is with ADP-zation, but I guess it could be Luke Metal as well. We'll have to wait and see for sure. Our hand is okay. If all fails, oh, okay, early reset stamp from our opponent. I guess they're about a Crobat probably. Yeah, if all else failed, we could just DAA change. If the Great Balls failed, if the Pokégear failed, if all that failed, we could just DAA change. So we had some backup. It is ADP-zation. Okay. Heatran here is actually really, really good because we could just punch this really hard and then go GX attack KO the ADP unless they have those pesky. I'm going to start with Welder here. Pesky Big Charms. Big Charms? Yeah, Big Charms. We should check the Great Balls here. If we get a Baby Volk, we did get the Heatran. So this is a lot of Pokemon in our top 7 cards. We do have the Heatran play. I think I have a boss as well, so I could just chase the Zamazenta as well. I think this is just the play to go with. Gonna get rid of the Reset Stamp. We're gonna get really far ahead here. So Reset Stamp, we have a second one in the deck. I like the option of the other card just a little bit better. Basically, it's not like Reset Stamp's a good card, and it's a good card in this deck. It's a good card in this matchup. Sometimes, actually, in this matchup specifically, it can be a little bit bad, to be honest, because they usually can go a KO2 prizer, and then you stamp to 3, and it just doesn't really do a whole lot, actually, to be honest. But here it's feeling okay. It's feeling okay. Big thing here is, do they get rid of our Hearth? If they don't get rid of our Hearth and they don't get a Big Charm, we can just go Hot Burn GX and knock out the ADP. And if they do get a Big Charm, or they stamp us, or they Marnie us, whatever, we could go Boss, KO the Zamazenta. And then Ultimate Ray actually doesn't KO Heatran because it has 190 HP, which is super convenient for the scenario that's kind of developed in front of us here, is that the Heatran just lives, which is really good for us. Just really, really good for us. There's a Marnie. Okay, so the Marnie's happening. 4 fresh cards. Ideally, we KO the ADP because that takes away all their options on their turn. There's a Welder. We still have the Hearth. Here's Crushing Hammer, though. Oh, no, not the Crushing Hammer, man. All right. They got ahead, so we can no longer GX KO the ADP. We have to come up with something different. I have no idea where I want to go from here. We could just hit him with a Steaming Stomp now at this point, I guess. If we top decked a boss, we could go with that. Our other boss is on the bottom of our deck right now, though. Here comes that Captivating Wink. Nothing special in the hand, though. If they want to do that, they can put my Centiskorch on the bench, which I actually would like it if they didn't, because I actually wanted to... Hey, they also play Big Charm and got that Big Charm, so it was never happening there. We were never KOing this ADP, apparently. Went this early aggressive route, not paying off. Here's another heads. Hey, would you look at that? All right. And the Swell to get rid of my Giant Hearth. They literally hit everything. What? Literally everything. They did not whiff a single thing there. I don't even know what to do here at this point. So I kind of want to attack with a Centiskorch VMAX now and just punch this and then punch knock it out and then look for this KO on the Zamazenta maybe. So I want to go oh my gosh, where do I even want to go here? Switch. I'm gonna quick ball away this Centiskorch V. We're gonna grab a Crobat. We're gonna draw hopefully into some fire energy. Drew 1. All right, I'm gonna Welder 1. Drew another. Their Mawile is gone, which is very good, which means we can stop the 2-prizer chasing train or whatever you want to call it. I just want to get over how insane their turn. I can't get over how insane their turn was. That's what I mean to say. They hit Crushing Hammers, so we can't Heatran. They got the Big Charm, so we can't Heatran. They got Swell to replace my Hearth. They literally hit everything. On top of that, they also Marnied away my boss, so I didn't have the boss option. Yeah, pretty much a perfect turn there from our... I don't even know if they had to play the second Crushing Hammer, to be honest. Like, the first one kind of already stopped. And then they had the Big Charm as well, so it was just like, I couldn't KO anyways. I guess they also took away the option of Steaming Stomp, though, an easy Steaming Stomp, so I guess I understand it. There's a Great Catcher. But they don't actually knock out Heatran here. I feel like this has to be a mistake, or they just have nothing or trying to trap my Heatran. The answer is actually they have nothing and they're trying to trap my Heatran. All right, so they went from having everything last turn to nothing this turn. It's a fair trade-off. We need an energy and a switch to move this Heatran to get into this guy to take the knockout. That's going to be our game plan this turn. See what we top deck. We're down 2 switch. So only 2 switch left. Gotta find that. We did top deck a boss, but I don't think that does anything for us. We could like go. I think we just have to Dedenne change. I was gonna say we could boss the Fion, Dedenne change, and then GX attack KO, and then try and KO this later, but all right. Welder 2, Heatran. There's the switch. There's the energy. Whoa. All right. That was pretty lucky there. I'm not going to lie. G-Max Inferno, take it out. We needed to hit an energy and a switch with 2 switch gone already off of a 3-card draw on that Welder. And we did. So, yeah, I'm not going to say... yeah, we got lucky. That's all I want to say. We got lucky right there. We got very fortunate. They still got the Zamazenta throw in our face to slow us down. But we have a boss in the discard pile now. We got the Goss in the hand. So this game should pretty much be over. I don't see a... I don't see where our opponent ever wins this one from this point on, I don't think. I'm pretty sure we got this one just about locked up. We'll see, though. We'll see if they can come up with anything cool here at the end. I can't even think of... There's a Whirlpool. Guy's hitting, what, 160 minus 20 with resistance to Dedenne. Could also send up the Crobat. Just go to Dedenne, I guess. I'm trying to, like, figure out when it would ever matter which one I send up over the other, and I can't. So we're just going to go with the Dedenne here. Comes Zamazenta. They were hoping, of course, probably that I sent up Heatran. Not going to do that ever. And now we should, yeah, we can just retreat to Heatran, knock this thing out. No problem. Attach. Retreat. Take a couple energy. And go ahead and Hot Burn GX, Steam and Stomp, whatever. Steam and Stomp, knock them out. And we get the dub over the ADP. It always feels nice to beat up on ADP. And that's going to do it for these games with the Centiskorch deck, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of Centiskorch, but got a little bit more appreciation for it after playing this build. This build has me having some more appreciation for the deck for sure. Definitely recommend you guys try around, play some games with it. Hope you guys enjoyed the games. Have a good day. Thanks for watching, and peace.